Welcome. This is the ELEET Review Podcast coming at you guys here today. We'll be doing a different type of episode today. We're doing another sitcom ranking here. We, of course, love sitcoms here. So today we'll be doing Brooklyn Nine-Nine. We're actually going to be ranking all the seasons. We have 8 seasons to rank here. We're from worst to best. And we just had the season 8 and the finale of the entire show. So we thought it'd be a good time to talk about it. So if you guys are sitcom fans or Brooklyn Nine-Nine fans, this is the video for you. Before we start, make sure to like and subscribe. We also have some other sitcoms rankings. Then we did like Halloween episodes from different sitcoms and then a community ranking. We've done some other sitcoms there, so we'll continue to be doing these type of videos. And you guys can check that all out here. So let's go ahead and dive right in. We'll each just take turns going through the list of 8 to 1. Let's start off. What's your last place pick here?
In last place, I put season 8, which is kind of disappointing to put that in last place because it's the last season. I will talk about the good. I think that the final episode is amazing and probably the best way they could have ended it. I think you just got so much good stuff in that episode. I do wish it was about 5 minutes longer, maybe, just to see them interact more with each other, have one-on-one conversations. But I think it was good. It was great. It was a great episode, and I was really scared that they were gonna screw it up. So for the most part, this season is really hit or miss. It has some episodes where I was laughing a lot, but some I was just eh.
Yeah, me too.
I think that they go a little bit too hard into politics.
They do.
It might be a little bit controversial, but I don't think anyone digs it that much.
No.
I think maybe you spend one episode on that. And don't start off with it immediately. Start off with some classic Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That first episode was hard to watch.
It was.
But I think when they're just doing their classic Brooklyn Nine-Nine stuff, it really hit. But any other time they're trying to get all serious and stuff, it just wasn't good. Not to mention O'Sullivan is such a bad character.
Yeah. You don't like O'Sullivan?
Yeah. It's bad. What do you think?
Yeah, for me, I also put season 8 in last place because it was a very hit or miss season. So obviously we watched it every week. They would release 2 episodes. So versus how I've watched the rest of the show, I've just watched it all at once, because it already came out. But this season was an every week thing.
Yeah, every week.
And it would be 1 week it'd be pretty terrible episodes, and then the next week would be pretty good episodes, and then the next week would be pretty terrible. It kind of just going back and forth.
Right.
And I've never felt that way with Brooklyn Nine-Nine before. I always felt it's pretty solid all the way through, I never felt like this is a big miss.
Even if I don't like the episode that much, I'm still it's pretty good.
Yeah, but this season, it was the first time I was kind of that wasn't very good. Not very well done. I don't know what happened with the writing, really, but yeah, they started to get really political, and then it kind of had the whole COVID-19 effect on it, which a lot of shows have had that I really don't like. I don't like when COVID affects the show a lot. I think
I'm glad that this still wasn't as bad as some shows.
Not as bad as some, but to start off with the COVID, and just I think that probably affected the writing a little bit. Obviously, they wanted to get more political too. Just not what I want for Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
And from what I understand, they had a whole script written, and after all the 2020 stuff that happened, they really quickly before they filmed, they just completely rewrote the script.
Yeah, to me that's a mistake.
It is.
I think it made the season pretty bad. Of course the finale is perfect. I think they ended the show really good.
They did.
Which I was scared of, but it was...
They didn't dive into politics at all either.
No, it was really satisfying. They did pretty much exactly what I wanted. They brought everybody I wanted back. So it hit all the right notes. So I'm at least glad that happened. So that episode makes it, still a really good season. But I just... everything else in between there. The Boyle episodes and everything like that. Just... It was pretty meh. So,
yeah.
And then everything else, I think, from here on out, the rest of the show is still, I consider, pretty good. That's the only one that I think is meh and just pretty bad most of the time. Everything else on here is really hard to rank, really hard to talk about. So let's go ahead and keep going.
Alrighty.
What's your 7th spot?
In 7, I put season 7. Because, I don't know, this season's pretty meh to me.
Yeah.
It's still pretty good. It has good plot lines and stuff. I think the way that they started the season is, for some reason, that first episode is really bad. Not gonna lie, it's probably one of my least favorite episodes.
It's pretty bad.
I don't even know why. The humor just doesn't hit, and the plot isn't that great.
It's not.
But yeah, besides that, I think this season it's pretty good. I don't dig all the stuff with that officer that it's robbing stuff, and then she went all insane.
I don't like that plot either.
Debbie.
Yeah, Debbie.
Was I did not really dig that stuff, but I thought like the heist and stuff was fun. Having Terry win, I thought that was interesting. Like he's like, yeah, I don't want to be a part of this. The Pimento episode was a lot of fun. It's not like my favorite Pimento episode, but I do think it was solid.
Fun.
Yeah, Jimmy Jabs 2. I always like seeing some more Jimmy Jabs, even though I don't like it as much as the first one.
No.
And then the final is pretty solid too, with Amy going into labor and stuff.
Yeah, it's a good finale, yeah.
So yeah, it's a pretty good season, but most of the episodes I didn't care for too much.
Yeah, gotcha. Same here. I put season 7 at 7th place. Because before season 8, I think it was my least favorite season for sure.
Yeah.
It's not terrible though. Like I said, it's still got some good quality to it. Adrian coming back's great. I mean, he's always a good addition to the show.
Yeah, he is.
But I agree. I don't like the Debbie plot lines really at all. She gets really weird and it kind of just drags a little. It's not too funny either. She's not very funny to me. So it kind of misses there. But you're right, the Jimmy Jabs 2 is funny. And then, what really makes the season pretty good for me is that last episode. Like, it's pretty funny. It's pretty interesting. Like, there's a blackout and Amy has to give labor. Then Holt and Tony do that iconic dance together. It's so funny, dude. I love how it ends. So, and then you got the J.K. Simmons episodes. I love seeing him back.
Oh, that one's so good.
J.K. Simmons is fun to see in the show.
I think it's just fun to see like Jake and Amy like wanting to have a baby and stuff. They like keep trying and stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, it still hits pretty well, but it's got to be second to last there for me.
Yeah, I agree.
All right,
for sure.
Number 6, what's your spot?
Number 6, I put season 6. It's like all just going down from here. I think this is really the last season where it felt like a little bit off from classic Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
Like the whole vibe was just a little bit different for some reason. I think Honeymoon was a fun start actually. I did like that. And now Holt's just like how he's there and he runs into them and he's just like interrupting everything. I think that's a lot of fun. The Hitchcock and Scully episode is fun. It's so cool to see them like back in the day and they're so cool.
Oh yeah.
Of course the Gina stuff, her leaving, that brings it down. So I'd say the first 5 episodes are pretty good, but after that, I don't dig the episodes very much. And Gina leaving had a lot to do with that. I don't even think the final is that good. Like it's kind of meh. And I don't know. I didn't dig this season that much, but I do think it's better than 7, and it felt more like classic Brooklyn Nine-Nine than 7 did.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, same here. I put season 6 in 6th place. A lot of the same reasons there. Yeah, it's just like it does feel a little off. I probably enjoy a good bit more than I enjoy season 7 though. Because because of that Hitchcock and Scully episode, it's so funny to me.
It's so good.
It starts really well too. I mean, I love Holt in that first episode. He's great. And then it just has pretty good humor in it, honestly. Like I can laugh pretty well in this season.
Yeah.
I agree. The finale is probably one of my least favorite finales of the show. It's not too interesting.
It might be my least favorite.
Yeah, but I think this show's at its best when it can hit its humor pretty well, and the humor's hit pretty well here. When the show fails on its humor, then there's not a whole lot to leave the show up in the air doing a good job. So they have to have good writing and good humor. And this season mostly has that. So, 6th spot. All right.
So good. Number 5, I put season 1.
Okay.
I actually think that this is a great start to the show, and it like almost immediately had me hooked. Like I watched the first few episodes and I'm like, man, this show is so fun. I think the pilot is an awesome episode to start out with.
It is a good one.
It shows what the whole vibe of the show is, and it just builds the relationship between the characters, and it introduces Hold and stuff. It's all really good. I like all the holidays. Like I feel like they stopped doing holidays later, but like when I was watching the show, I'm like, man, they have a Thanksgiving episode.
And Christmas.
That's so cool. Yeah. The Doug Judy episode is kind of eh.
Yeah, it's eh.
I didn't dig it very much, and he's not really into character yet.
Yeah.
I think that the whole end is fun with Jake. Jake like going into, he like gets fired, but he just goes into like he goes undercover. I think it has some fun episodes. I think it's a great start to the show. But I think everything above it is superior.
Me too. Okay, cool. Well, I also put season 1 in 5th spot. I think it's a really solid season, though. I still really, really enjoy it. I can watch it all and rewatch it. I have rewatched it, and it's still really funny.
Yeah, it's still...
And it starts off with a good beat. It's like a little bit slow. The thing that keeps it a little down is that you are introducing Holt, and he's not quite at his... You don't know much about him yet. And he's not. He doesn't have his quirks yet or anything like that till a little later in the season. So like your first 1 to 10 episodes is kind of like a little slower. You don't have all the funny Holt stuff. He's kind of serious. But then you start getting into like when they go to his house party and stuff like that, and Cheddar, all these funny things that start making the show really funny. And then I just love the episodes like the Thanksgiving one and like how Jake feels about Thanksgiving. Christmas in it's fun. The heist is fun.
Heist is awesome.
It also, I believe it ends pretty good on its finale. I don't exactly remember what happens in that finale, but
yeah, he just goes undercover and stuff.
Yeah, so it's a pretty solid season.
Then he tells Amy that he likes her and stuff.
It's like a good good beginning to the show. It's really solid. It just obviously gets better from there, but not a bad start.
Nah, it's good. It's a good start.
All right. Number 4 here, top 4.
Number 4, I put season 5. Which I almost want to put this one a little bit higher because I personally love this one a lot. I think the heist this is probably like top 3 heists for me because it's just so good. I love when nobody wins and he like proposes to Amy and stuff. It's such a good moment. It's one of my favorite moments of the show.
It's great.
And then Holt just being like, he's like, so nobody won the game, right? Nobody won the heist. Yeah, I think the box episode, I think everyone can agree.
Oh,
it's
gosh.
like
So
a great episode.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
It like hits comedic beats, but it also like has that serious tone under it of this guy like murdering someone. It's just so fun to see Jake and Holt together. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, it starts off in prison, which I do like, but it's kind of more serious.
True.
In a way, I like the whole cannibal guy. I think he's a lot of fun. I love that she shows up again.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm trying to remember what else happens. Yeah,
season 5.
Yeah.
I don't remember too well, man. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
I love
Safe
the Doug
House is a
Judy
good
episode. Doug Judy's great.
Yeah, Doug Judy's good in that one. Yeah, it's a pretty solid season, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
What do you think?
Well, for me, number 4, I put season 3. Season 3 is really funny, but I just like the other seasons a little more after it. But I still really love season 3. I believe Adrian shows up for the first time in the season, which is great. I believe I like the Halloween heist in this one a lot too. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's pretty good. I think I just end up liking 4, 5, and 2 a little more after that. But yeah, season 3 is pretty solid. I don't exactly remember tons of the episodes, but I know it's not one of my favorites at the top, but it's obviously better than a lot of the other seasons we've talked about.
Yeah, like the last 3.
Yeah, Funeral's funny. I do love the Halloween one.
We just have the episodes in front of us, by the way.
Yeah, it's hard to remember because we just watched this show a long time ago. Lots of situations funny. Yeah, like it's pretty good, but I'll talk more about the other seasons I like more. So let's get to the top 3 now. We're at top 3.
Top 3. I actually put season 3 here because I do think I do like this season a little bit more than 5, and I enjoy the episodes that's in it a bit more. To start off, we got the new captain, and you get Bill Hader showing up. I think he's a great addition for just like one episode.
He is, yeah.
I do think that the whole stuff where he's like away, like I don't dig that plotline too much. It's kind of funny, but I do like it more when he shows up back.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
Yippee-ki-yay, where they're stuck in the building and they have like the robbers and stuff and they're doing all the Die Hard stuff. I think that episode is so good. Funny. It might be one of my favorite episodes. It's so good. Felt like a movie. I think the Doug Judy episode in this season is like the best.
Yeah.
Where they're on the boat and stuff.
That is a great one.
He's like singing to them. And he's like telling them which guy is the victim and stuff.
That is a good Doug Judy episode.
It's so good. Then Adrian Pimento.
The Cheddar episode's really good too.
Cheddar episode, yeah.
That's such a funny one.
Adrian Pimento, some of my favorite episodes of the show, and I love when like he's like in the car and he's like, someone's trying to kill me, and Terry's like, no, they're not. Someone's like actually trying to kill him.
Yeah, true. Adrian's
all this stuff is so funny. So yeah, I think that this season just makes me laugh tons. It has a lot of great episodes. Yeah.
How does it end again? Final episode.
I'm trying to remember the final, dude. Yeah,
don't remember that too well.
I don't either. I just remember them like having at the end of it, they like have to retreat and go to that other place
and go to the witness protection. Yeah. Well, it definitely leads to a good start for season 4.
Okay, what's your top 3?
Yeah, so my number 3 spot is going to be season 4, because I just have tons of fun with season 4. I love the Florida plotline at the beginning, just with them being in Florida. It's such a good twist for the show, and Jake getting highlights. Like, there's so many fun things, like working at the arcade and Holt walking with the grandmas. Like, it's like it just takes Jake and Holt's character and makes them so funny in it. And then I love the plan for them to try and go rescue Jake and Holt and everything. Like, I think those first 2 like episodes of season 4 are just so solid. Good. They're some of my favorites of the whole show. And I just absolutely love the season. I think everything else in it's still really good too. And I always can't remember the finale either in that one. I do know I like it a lot. I think it just
has all that stuff where like Jake goes to court and stuff, and then trying to figure out if he's going to jail.
Yeah.
And then he eventually he goes to jail.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. And then the bank job's hilarious with Adrian in that one. It's one of my favorites with him.
He's so good. He's doing the cocaine.
Yeah, and then Holt's mom showing up is hilarious. Cop Con is a great episode. I think that one's so funny. Last Ride's a great episode. Yeah. Fugitive's not amazing. But, I think it's a pretty solid season, man. It's mostly those first 2 episodes for me that makes this one just go so high. This goes almost up to my top. So let's go ahead and dive into it. I got the last 2. What's your number 2 spot?
Number 2, I put season 4 at number 2.
Nice.
Because we just kind of talked about it, but this season is great. Yeah. Yeah, of course, I love the Coral Palm stuff. Yep. It's not something that I'll rewatch tons, but it's like when you're watching it for the first time, you're like, man,
it's so good.
This is a really good plot. And you get the guy who's always like, that's gonna leave a mark. Dude, he's so funny. Just rewatch one of his episodes. So good. Monster in the Closet, Rosa and Adrian's wedding. That is like one of my favorite episodes.
Hilarious.
It's so good. And that beginning scene where he's in the closet with Boyle's kid.
Oh yeah, it's so funny. It's a good opening part to the show.
The Fugitive is probably my least favorite Doug Judy episode. No, I don't know if it's my least favorite, but it's one of them.
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely don't think that it's that great. Serve and Protect is a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this season just has a lot of good episodes. And it's like the most classic Brooklyn Nine-Nine besides like the last one I'm going to put.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of the most rewatchable things too. The night shift stuff, honestly, I wasn't a huge fan of.
I remember that. Yeah.
That stuff was all right, but besides that, I think it's amazing.
Awesome. All right, well, my number 2 spot, season 5.
Season 5.
And I think this one's pretty hilarious. I will need to look at the episodes real quick though. But yeah, I actually like the prison stuff a lot. I think it's really funny. Especially the scene with Jake trying to recreate Amy on the wall.
Oh yeah.
That's such a funny scene.
So good. He's like going insane.
The cannibal guy and everything's super good. And then I like Hal Levine. That's a great episode. And then I like Jake and Amy trying to plan their wedding too, and the vulture shows up. It's really
vulture
funny.
Sucks.
Yeah, and then game night too. I remember that one. That's a funny one too. I like game night. Safe House 2 is hilarious.
I love Safe House.
I love the Safe House.
I just rewatched that.
The Box too. I mean, that's a fantastic episode. It's hilarious. We got some of the best Holt moments in there.
It does. Some of the best Jake moments, in my opinion, too.
For sure. And then, I just got to talk about the Bachelorette Party's hilarious.
I forgot about that. And the wedding.
Yeah, and then the wedding at the end is probably one of my top favorite episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
It's like top 5 for me, for sure.
I absolutely love how that episode goes down, and Ted's so funny in it.
He's trying to propose.
And their wedding's just perfect, with Holt being the mediator there and everything. Just super good. So I love season 5.
It's really good.
All right, here we go. Number 1 spot. I think we can both agree it's going to be season 2.
That's actually season 8. Just kidding. Yeah, just, man, right from the start, Undercover is great when he's like getting back and he has to tell him, he's like, hey, I didn't really mean that. Like, I didn't really have feelings for you. I was just,
it's funny.
Just going away. And then at the end, he's like, yeah, I actually did have feelings for you.
The Wunsch stuff too is hilarious.
It's so good.
The humor's so good. And then the Halloween in this episode is like probably my favorite one. I love the Halloween episode.
The Jimmy Jab games, so good.
And Jake showing up in his magic costume to the Halloween episode, super good.
The Jake and Sophia stuff.
Yeah, Lockdown's a good episode too. They're figuring out how to keep people in there.
Just solid. Like Jake and Sophia, all that stuff. We get an Ed Helms episode.
So good. And
I love him.
The road trip's a great episode too, with Amy breaking up with Ted.
I love that one. That's so good. I could say so many of these episodes are one of my favorites.
Me too.
The Pontiac Bandit in this is so good.
It's good.
It's like my second favorite one, I think.
Stakeout
so is
funny.
So iconic.
Beach House, it's great too.
Beach House.
Oh, it's just all around just super good, man.
It's such a good season, the Wednesday incident.
Yes.
I love the Wednesday incident.
And then
let's see.
I believe the finale is good in this one too.
The Chopper's great. Oh, this is my favorite season final besides like season 8 probably. Like, you know, they like have to fake kiss and stuff and they're like undercover. And then at the end they like actually kiss.
Yeah.
As they find out that Holt's gone.
It was great.
Well, Holt's leaving. It's such a good season.
Super good. All right. Well, there you have it. So let's go ahead and real quickly, what's your seasons in order there? You have them?
Okay, I have season 8, then season 7, then season 6, then season 1, season 5, season 3, season 4, and season 2.
Nice. My ranking will go last place season 8, season 7, season 6, season 1, season 3, season 4, season 5, season 2.
Yeah.
So there you guys have it. Make sure you let us know your Brooklyn Nine-Nine season rankings there if you've seen the show here. Make sure you check out other sitcom episodes we'll be doing. We're obviously going through Marvel videos right now too, like What If, and then we're also going to be going through Harry Potter. We're getting through that series right now too, so we got a lot going on here. But make sure to like and subscribe, and you guys have a great week.
Yeah, see you guys.